What are your thoughts on NetSuite sort of not abandoning their base, but I mean, obviously they still have a really solid base with the smaller businesses that are just converting from, say, a QuickBooks, and this is sort of like their first ERP system. But now they're kind of going after these bigger, more complex organizations. What are your thoughts about NetSuite going upstream?
Yeah, I think they're growing more into that. One of the you asked about trends. One of the things that I think has been a bigger trend this year is that we hadn't, prior to 2023, seen Oracle Fusion and Oracle NetSuite compete on the same deals very often. Frankly, it was kind of more of a, when we talked to our connections at Oracle, they would pick one, and then they would say, this is what we're going to go for, because I think they felt like maybe they were cannibalizing a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think now the tactic is different. They more often want to put both forward. So I think there's more of a trying to flood the decision-making process with an Oracle product. Maybe because of a response to this SAP platform, maybe not. But that's been a change. I think that NetSuite can really scale up. It struggles to if it's anything really super complex, but they're built on the made for NetSuite platforms that are they feel best of breed, but they are in the same code base, so you have there's an advantage in that. So I'd say that as they grow into those spaces and target them, there are spaces where NetSuite fits in that larger market. But I will say that it's still is more to their core, the small medium businesses that are going to end up in more of a NetSuite platform.
Yeah. Yeah, and you use a key word there that I wanted to touch on, which is platform. I think a lot of vendors, including NetSuite, Salesforce with the Force platform, and other vendors too, are starting to get into this more of the platform mentality of, rather than just building a single app that accomplishes needs of multiple industries and functions, they're doing that, but then also building an opportunity for third parties to develop apps within that native solution, which is fascinating to see NetSuite do a lot of that too.
Well, they're trying to corner the rest of the market, right? So the conversation on best of breed and composable ERP, which is kind of the new term for best of breed, people must have gotten tired of it. Right. We'll put it in the same bucket as best practice, right? It's just kind of some people are tired of hearing it, but when you think about it that way, providers are starting to try to now that they've, I think, migrated the core of their ERP, start to build around that so that they can bring more things in-house. Epicor's doing it. They over this last year, they bought a transportation management system that they'll bring in-house, and they're bringing in a lot of acquisitions from a product perspective to integrate them with the Epicor platform. So I think that we'll see that expand, and the market will grow back towards this monolithic conversation. It's just getting there to monolithic in pieces, I guess, where you can get all of the same pieces, get all of the different pieces rather from the same provider. I think that's really where this is headed on the whole, because as the shift moves away from we got to get into the cloud, as more folks have gotten to that point, I think just about everybody has, it'll now become, how do we expand our reach within the cloud to keep more of our customers within just our platform? And that best of breed composable ERP trend is going to only really continue to grow.